Hey, it's A Nikki B on the scene, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. Okay, so yes, we are talking about Love is Blind, and I'm just giving my initial thoughts. I'm not gonna go deep into the episodes or nothing. I'm basically giving you guys a recap of what I have watched so far. I think I'm probably left back at like maybe episode 6, maybe episode 5, like I'm around there. So the first couple that we're going to talk about is Brett and Tiffany. I actually like those two together. I feel like they are a genuine couple. I think they naturally got along. You know, everything about them was super duper genuine. Like I didn't feel like they was faking the funk like some other couples in the pod. The chemistry is obviously there. Obviously there's a lot of attraction. They over here clapping cheeks in Mexico. They was doing their thing. So you know, I really do like seeing that. And then on top of it is black love. Like, come on now. You know me, I'm a root for the black people. I think they were really, they was just like a pair. Such a great pair with each other. I did a little side eye with Tiffany because she did fall asleep in the pods, and it's like, I get it, you're older, you know, people saying, well, you know, as older people you tend to just knock out. And then even when he met her friends, and they was basically saying like, yeah, she falls asleep on us all the time. So I was like, all right, so this is something that this girl just do. It's just something that she just does. Me personally, and you know, if I was Brett, I probably would have just been, I wouldn't have been infuriated. I think that's a little strong, but I definitely would have been like, girl, just don't do that again, because it is rude, especially if somebody is talking to you, expressing their, you know, their love, their interest in you, just talking about something, and then you fall asleep. And it makes it worse because you can't see the person. All you do is hear. And once you don't hear nothing, that is it. When that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, she really fell asleep. I wonder how he's gonna take that. But he actually ended up forgiving her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not like it's a big deal, but like I said, it was side eye. And then she also made another comment, Tiffany, also. Oh, give me a second, my eyelash acting up. She did make a comment, and I believe at this point they were in her house, and basically she was, you know, she saw Brett's house and everything. You know, he lives in, I keep saying house, he lives in a very nice, I guess, condo or apartment or whatever it is. It's very nice. We're gonna say it's a very nice apartment. He obviously has a good job because he's a designer or something like that, so he makes really good money. Obviously before he met Tiffany, he was single, so you know, clearly he don't got a lot of, you know, extra bills, you know what I'm saying. Now he paying for other people, it's just himself. And his apartment was just given very much a guy apartment. You know, he had the video games, he had the little box and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but it was really clean, it was cute. It was for him, you know. And on top of that, like I said, before he met Tiffany, he was single, so of course he's going to be spending money on things. Whether you agree with it or not, he gonna do what he gonna do, because if I'm single and I'm making money, you best believe I'm buying the best products there is. So I don't see what was the problem when she brought it up to him, because she was like, oh, like, how much did you spend on this luggage? And he was like $1,200, and she was like, $1,200, like, why are you spending so much money? Like, she wasn't angry with him, but she was like, why are you spending, like, and then basically she's saying like, basically when they're together, you know, when they do move forward, you know, she has a certain way, I guess, on how she spends things, like a certain budget that, you know, I guess she goes by. And it's like, maybe he does too. And since he makes a lot more, you know, he makes more money, probably more than you, he could spend a little more. Like, I don't, like, it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was something that she just mentioned and they kind of talked about it a little bit, but it wasn't something that was dragged on into any other scenes. But I just kind of side-eyed her on that. I was like, do you feel financially insecure that he's making more money than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, that should, I'm not saying like your partner should always make more money. No, I think your partner should just have a good job, because marriage ain't cheap. Come on, like, it's a lot that goes into that. And then after that, you know, when you get married, you combine your finances, or however you want to do it, whether it's a prenup or whatever. It's just so much that goes into that. And then you both have to figure out, okay, if we're going to live with each other, where we're going to move. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much. But she has a good paying job as well. It's not like she's broke herself. Like, she has a good paying job. She makes good money as well. They both make good money. I just don't really see an issue with him spending money on quality things. And it doesn't seem like he was a person that was just buying things just to buy it. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, there's people who make a lot of money and they just tend to just buy a bunch of BS because they just have a lot of money and they could do so. There's people like that. But he doesn't strike me as a person that would do that. He strikes me as a person who's like, okay, if I'm going to spend this type of money, it's definitely gonna be something that I'm going to use. It's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be of quality, high quality, and I'm gonna use it. And he gives me that type of vibe, and he just looks responsible. Like I said, if he was the type of guy that would just spend his money, we will not see his apartment looking like that. And then on top of that, when she was walking around his apartment, looking at the space, looking at the closet, all that extra stuff, she was basically thinking like, well, where the hell I'm gonna put my stuff? Because we both ain't gonna fit in here. You know what I'm saying? My breath could barely fit in here. How am I gonna put my stuff in here? He literally said, like, listen, I could talk to the old dude, you know, in the building. I could move upstairs to a bigger apartment, 3-bedroom, and it'll be good for the both of us. And then basically she was like, okay. He got money, and I just, like I said, it was just a little sign, like, why are you, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, I'd be like, all right, cool. That's where I'm trying to be. Like, I'm trying to make enough money where I could just spend things on quality things that I want, that I'm going to use, and just not have to worry and think about that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I like those two together. I think, like I said, I think they're a great pair. So the next couple I'm going to talk about is Paul and Micah. Now, Paul is the environmental scientist, and then Micah, she's a marketing something manager. Either way, the couple is boring. I won't say I don't hate them. I just think that they're both boring to each other. And Paul definitely gives the vibes of I never got looked at before. Girls never really show me. He gives me that type of vibe, and it really shows, because even when Micah met his mom, and the mom was talking about Paul, was basically like, listen, like, he ain't do nothing, he was quiet, and could never do no wrong, and I was like, yeah, we can see that. He just gives me that vibe, but he's just boring to me. Like, I don't really care. And then Micah, boring as well. And then Micah definitely has some little mean girl tendencies, because I didn't like how she snatched Paul. But like I said, cause even when Bliss was crying, all this stuff, and you know, Micah had like a little smile. It was giving a little white woman smile. You know what I'm saying? It was giving white woman smile. I know that type of smile. It's a smirk. They both are. I feel them as a couple is more like, when they're separate, then it's like, all right, cool. But when they're together, it's just like, I really don't care to watch them on my screen. Like, I will fast forward. Like, I really don't care. Yeah, but then the whole thing with Micah and Kwame, because the thing about Micah is, like, I feel like just like her and so many other people, they just like the idea of just playing a game. They just love playing games. Because when Kwame was like super upfront with her, was like, listen, like, I'm ready to marry you right now, right here, right now, she was like, you're moving too fast, you're doing too much, this is my experience, this is I don't want nobody to rush my experience, I still have to get to talk to people, right? She's doing all that hoopla. But with someone like Paul, who couldn't give you an answer at all, he couldn't find an answer whether he wanted to be with you or not. And you hated that. You absolutely hated the whole, why is it taking so long? I just need you to be upfront with me. Like, girl, bye. So you left Kwame, who was upfront, who was really ready for you, honestly, for somebody who was just like, I really don't know, because I kind of like you, but then I also like this other person. Like, no. I went for the person that was like, listen, I'm set on you. If we're both interested in each other, if we both like the same things, forget it. We're just going to try it out. So, yeah, they over there. Now, Irina and Zach. I don't like Irina because she is a mean girl, and it shows. She is a mean girl. Like, aside from the fact that she got these big bitties and she built like a linebacker, and I don't like her personality. She lacks a lot of self-awareness. She's not very in tune with what the F she be doing to other people. And it's like she tries to be this whole like, oh, I'm blunt, I'm this, I'm that. But it's like, girl, when you get that stuff regurgitated back to you, you don't like it and you start malfunctioning. And then on top of that, how she played my girl Bliss, and you took Zach. And then Zach, you an idiot. And then the thing about Zach, like, I'm gonna get back to Irina. I have to stop with her real quick. But the thing about Zach is, like, you go for a girl like Irina who forgot your birthday, who literally said, oh, I forgot your birthday, but in a few days I could probably do something for you if you want. Like, she obviously does not care about you. But somehow you're attracted to her. And then on top of that, you're talking about, oh, you know, she has this fire in her. I'm like, you like that negative energy because for you, it might be a fetish. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He might find Irina as like a fetish to him. Because think about it, Bliss is nice, she's respectful, she's caring, she's very empathetic. He didn't want that. She was too good. But somebody like Irina, who don't give a flying, you attracted to that. She got the fire, she this and that. It's like you like that negativity because I guess for him, that excites him. You know what I'm saying? It makes the relationship fun. Whatever it might mean to him, he likes that. And I don't know if being a criminal defense lawyer got into his head to the point where it's like he's just used to that negative energy. But Irina was not the catch. And he knew that. And that's the part that really pisses me off about Zach is like you knew she was not the one for you. Because on that entire honeymoon, she was not attracted to you. She didn't want to be around you. And she saw you as a very weird. And also, I would say like him staring into her freaking soul was just... Honestly, it's weird. It will be weird to anybody. I would never stare. Like, imagine somebody just staring at you. Like, come on now. Like, you can be attracted to somebody and, you know, glance at them, look them up and down, check them out. You can still do those things, but you gotta do it with a little swag. You gotta be a little swagoo. You don't got no swagoo, Zach. You just got creepy death stare. Yeah, so, but other than that, I just think he just made a poor choice. And then, you know, it was a moment where they both was in their towels in Mexico and just, you know, they're talking, whatever. And Irina was basically saying, like, yo, you know, yeah, this isn't working out. He's like, yeah, like, it's horrible. Like, he kept saying, like, yeah, this is horrible. This entire time it has been horrible. But she's like, yeah, and basically saying, like, basically, why are you saying it? And it's just like, bro, like, it's horrible. And it's like, it's like through the conversation, it's like she kept trying to like one up him and like how disrespectful they both can be. Even though I don't think he was being disrespectful, I just think he was being honest within his answers. It's like if you're gonna ask him some crazy questions, you can expect a crazy answer from him. And it's not like he's doing it maliciously. It's just that, yeah, like he just does not care. He's gonna be honest, because what does he have to really lie for? You know, because we seen that when he spoke with Bliss, when basically he was honest in how he was talking. He was like, listen, like, I knew you were the one, but I also went for Irina because she also had this aspect about her, blah blah blah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was Bliss's decision to even still continue to date him after that, you know. But even then, she still mentioned, like, you know, I was a second choice. You basically treated me like a second option, which I was a second option to you, and you didn't choose me. And I think Bliss would be in a better place if he had chosen her. And I don't like people like that. It's like, if you know something is good in front of you, why are you going to avoid that? But like I said, he's probably attracted to people that treats him like crap. Irina, like I said, she's just got a bad personality. She's just bad. Like, you just look at people, you just know they're just bad. They're just bad apples. And I would never want to be friends with her. I would never want to talk to her. It's like, every time I see her on the screen, it's like she dresses like a bum. And then when there's times when, you know, everyone, you know, do dress a little up, it's like she dresses in the most risque outfit. Although I'm not here to police no woman's body and what they wear, but you could tell what she's doing. You could tell what she's trying to do. It's like, yeah. So I don't care about Irina. I don't really care about Zach either, but you know, Bliss seems to like him. And I like Bliss. They are at the point that they are dating. I just hope it works out. Irina treats. And the next couple I'm going to talk about is Kwame and Chelsea. I think Chelsea's a cool person. Like, she seems really down to earth, just chill. I liked how when she was asked about like why she got so much pink around her apartment, you know, she had a little background story of like how she used to be in a relationship with this guy who's pretty much controlling over everything that she does. She couldn't decorate the apartment how she would want it to, you know, and he controlled everything. So once they broke up, then she finally, like, in a way, just let loose, just started decorating, do what she was doing, and show some color to her apartment. So I thought that was really nice, very heartfelt. But with them two together, I'm like, no. I think Chelsea could do way better than Kwame. I just feel like Kwame just gives, like, I'm just in this just to do it. I'm not in it looking for love. He doesn't look ready for marriage at all. Especially, like, I feel like if your parents does not approve, it just makes the process even harder to do. Because he called his mom, which I felt like that phone call wasn't the first. I feel like she been knew about this and it will never approve. Like, I don't know what he thought, that going on the show and actually going forth with this, that she was going to approve and be like happy for you that you found somebody. No. I feel like how his household is and you know, wherever he's from, the mother been knew. She wasn't playing that. So that whole little phone call to your mom telling her that you found love, you about to get married in X amount of days, she's probably like... And that's how I feel about a lot of people on the show. It's like, what did you expect coming on here? Like, come on now. What you thought you signed up for? Too hot to handle? Like, come on. But anyway, Kwame's apartment is disgusting. He needs to clean up. Overall, he's just there, honestly. And I didn't like the fact that when when Chelsea was talking to him about him and Micah talking, and obviously they looked like they was flirting, whatever. She basically was like hitting him, you know, she was hitting him with the questions, basically trying to get down to the bottom of it. And it all just comes down to Kwame feeling like he still hasn't gotten enough closure from Micah. And I'm like, enough closure? What closure do you need? What closure do you need? Like, you want to kiss her? Do you want to hug her? Like, is that the kind of closure you're looking for? Because that's the only closure I can think of. You're just mad that you ain't get picked by her. And then even in his confessionals, he was talking about how he's still attracted to her. And, no, well, not still attracted. He was saying that I'm attracted to Micah. It is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. He said that in the confession when he was in Mexico. So he was talking about this. I'm just like, you just want to cop a feel. And that's that. Now, this is the one that I feel like everybody can agree on. Marshall is a good guy. He's a very good guy. Almost too good. I'm just like, where the heck did you come from being this nice to people? Like, Marshall, he is a good dude. Like, come on. And a person with Jackalina, Jack-o'-lantern, we're gonna call it Jack-o'-lantern. With Jack-o'-lantern, she got problems. Marshall don't need to be with. Marshall deserves better. Jack-o'-lantern is doing too much. It's like every other moment she crying about something, this and that. And what really raised my brows to her is when she said that her father, I believe he has cancer, he's in the hospital or something like that. And she was like, yeah, that's why I feel like I'm going through so much, this and that. And like I said, it's not against anybody. If you got family members in the hospital dealing with some stuff, you got my respect. However, if you know there's so much that's going on in your life, why did you choose to go on this show at this very important moment in your life? Whereas somebody close to you could potentially pass away and you on the show trying to look for love. Like, I think love would be the last thing on my mind if somebody close to me is ill. Like, it just don't even make no sense to me. So when she said that, I just think she just said that just to kind of just deflect from the real fact that she's not attractive. She's not attracted to Marshall. Yes, Marshall's a great guy, this and that, treats her with respect, but she's not attracted to him. She literally mentioned it when she said in a confessional where basically if she was on a dating app, she would have never swiped up on her, or however the freaking dating apps were, but basically she would not have talk to him because she's not attracted to this man. Instead of her being honest with that, she just starts wilding out. And I feel like these are just little moments of her acting out just so Marshall at whichever given point reacts to it. Because once he reacts to it, that's going to give her enough ammo to be like, well, I don't like the way you're talking to me, this and that. How can he? I think she's waiting for that moment. But I feel like Marshall, like I said, I think Marshall is such a good guy. He's such a caring person, very thoughtful. It's like he's not thinking to be reactive to her. He's trying to be more receptive to what's going on. He's trying to understand, and he's trying to make the situation better. He's looking for resolutions. He's not looking for problems. He's looking for resolution. Whatever she was going through, he was trying to figure out, like, yo, like, what can I do to help you, this and that. She took it, well, yeah, she took it as, well, you're doing too much, It's like, girl, what are you talking about? This man made you breakfast. He come over here with the sugar over her pancakes or whatever the case may be. Like, he doing his thing. And she, like I said, like, she, just like Irina, is for the streets. If somebody like Marshall was cooking breakfast with me like that, he was giving 5-star restaurant type of cooking skills. He went to the farmer's market, grabbed some fruit, throw that junk in a bowl, like, with some extra stuff. Like, you don't get to see that every day. You don't get to experience that every day. You got to appreciate them. You just got to. But she did not appreciate that man. It's because she just don't appreciate him because she is just not attracted to him. Those are my few cents on the show Love is Blind. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any thoughts, please leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer you guys. Thank you all and bye.